So we're now joined with Tony Cox here at the 8th Sheppey Darts Classic. It's your 8th Darts Classic. It's the 4th time we've covered it here at BRFM. It's hard to believe.
It is now. Time really passes, don't you? You wait till you get to my age and it really goes.
Things look like they're going really well today.
They're going excellent. We was really worried up until a fortnight ago, and this week entries have started piling in. Mainly thanks to people like yourselves that have been putting it out all the time, and the local paper, Guardian. They put us a nice spread out last week, and everything went well for us. I even had a phone call at 12:30 last night or this morning, whichever way. Can I go into the Classic on Sunday?
I know you spoke to Daniel a couple of weeks ago and you said that the sponsorship on the balls was quite slow. Did that manage to pick up?
Sponsorship on the boards was very slow. Although we still lost some, we did manage to get a couple of new ones come in, and one was the local youth club, which was really good.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see them because we like to see youth playing.
Yeah.
They're our future. So.
We saw a young lad called, I believe, Connor, came in, 8 years old. So
8 years old.
Must be encouraging for yourself to see people of that age getting involved with the tournament.
His dad phoned me a fortnight ago. His dad plays Super League, and he phoned me a fortnight ago and said he was coming in, and he said, "What age have you got to be to go into the youth?" So I said, "We've got no lower age limit." He said, "Well, my lad's a bit young. He's only 8." I said, "Bring him along. The experience is great. Let him play," and he did.
Yeah.
So,
And how have you seen the youth as well? Have they been doing well?
youth are doing well. We're getting down during the tournament now, so it won't be too long before we get there. So, and the ladies are doing very well as well. That's going well. Then we'll be using all the boards onto the on the pairs to get through the pairs matches.
Now, if our listeners like to come down tomorrow, what can they expect to see, and what time do you start?
We've got a lot of players come in now tomorrow, and doors open at 9 o'clock. So if you want to come down for breakfast first, you can come in and get breakfast. We open the doors to the hall at 10 o'clock and do the registration. And 11 o'clock or roundabout, then we want to get underway and get everything moving. Some very good players playing, and I've had Peter Everson come in, Colin Monk and his son have both entered today. So we've got some good players, and of course Jeff Harcup's back, our local player, and we really need Jeff to go one step further this year.
Would he be the man you'd tip to win the competition?
He's got a very good chance. I don't want to jeopardise his chances, but I think a lot of us Sheppey players would like to see him. Well, we've got some other good Sheppey players. I mean, we've got Mark Legg, who's playing very well at the moment, Paul McDine, who's playing very well at the moment, Rob Smiley. We've got a whole team here from the Royal Hotel, and every one of them has turned up to play. So, to see a local player actually take it would be great.
I understand from an interview I heard you did with Daniel, there's a prize for the furthest local player, isn't it? In the tournament, so to speak. Yeah,
we gave £50 for the furthest player, and that's donated by the Caffel and the Klondike Estate, Rushenden. And he donated £50 for the furthest Sheppey player. That's really nice, because at least the Sheppey player is going to get something.
That's it, yeah.
Tony, thank you very much for speaking to us.
Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you again tomorrow.
So we're now joined with Mick Ramsey down here at the 8th Sheppey Darts Classic. Now, we spoke to you over the last couple of years. How have things been going since we last spoke to you, darts-wise?
Not bad. Changed dart teams now. I play for the Gourmet Munch, which is it's across the road from Merlin's. And we just won the the 3rd division in the Winter League.
Okay.
Now I've only just started up in the Summer League when they were promoted this year to the 2nd, so we ain't doing too bad.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
So we've got a good side, and I've got 2 more boys playing with me in the dart side now as well. So I'm playing with my oldest boy today.
You're in the pairs, I understand.
Yeah, and in the singles tomorrow as well. So I'll give it a go and see what happens.
Well, we're now joined with Vince here at the 8th Sheppey Darts Classic. How long have you been doing the Darts Classic?
Well, it's
I've done it ever since it started now. It's my 8th year now. It's gone very quick this year. I didn't realise it was 8 years now.
Well, we spoke to you last year and I asked a bit myself. It doesn't seem like the other day, really.
No, that's right. Yeah, it does come around quick now. Yeah.
How are you hoping to do in the pairs and tomorrow in the finals?
Just see what happens really. Singles and that. Got to the semi-final a couple of years ago, so just see what happens this year.
Are you pairing up with the same darts player as last year?
Yeah, my mate Aid comes from Sussex. Adrian, yeah, we've done all right. We got to the quarterfinals last year, the pairs, so see what happens, give it a go.
I see you've got your darts hanging out your pocket. Are they your lucky set?
No, well, the only set I use, I've only ever used the same set, really. I mean, some people swap and change all the time, but I've always kept the same set. Either they're going to go or they ain't, really.
Yeah.
I was going to say, he's looking confident.
He is, yeah.
You carry yourself as a man that thinks you can go all the way. Is that how you see things?
Well, you never know, really. I always just think turn up on a day and see what happens. Sometimes they go, sometimes they don't.
Where do you think you stand the best chance, either today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow, probably, but be the better one. I'd rather do better tomorrow.
Is that just because you think there's better standards in that in one than the other, or?
Nah, I've always done all right at the Sheppey Classic. I've always got into the last 16. I've got into the semi-final 3 years ago. That was when I lived on the island then. I live in Sittingbourne now, but I was the furthest Sheppey person ever to get that far. But Jeff got to the final last year from the island. But yeah, I've always done all right in the singles at the Sheppey Classic. So hopefully it'll be all right. See what sort of draw I get and go from there, really.
Obviously, we wish you all the best.
Yep. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
So we're now joined with Dave Harris here at the 8th Sheppey Darts Classic. Now I understand you're one of the callers here today.
Yep, today I'm helping run the ladies competition and the youth competition, and see how that goes really, and say I'm ready for tomorrow.
How long have you been calling darts?
I've been doing it now for I think it's close on 12, 14 years.
Right.
I've always been a dart player, but I thought to myself, well, I'm never going to make it as a pro, so get into the calling. I've got more chance of making money at that. So that was the reason I got into it.
Have you ever done the darts calling here at the Darts Classic before?
Yes, I did do it. I think it was close 3 or 4 years ago. I think the final, it was in a PDC tournament. The final was Alex Roy and Colin Osborne, who obviously, like people, you're going to see them on telly. That was when you used to get all the big boys here. So, bit of a shame they're not here this weekend, really.
Hey, what would you say excites you about calling darts?
Well, I've always played darts, so I thought to myself, getting the calling, I know the shots. The players respect that. If you've got like a not very good caller up there, which you do get at some tournaments, doesn't really know the game, but I've played the game for sort of 10 years before I even done the calling, so I know the shots, I know where the players are going, and yeah, that's what I do. It's a challenge.
Do you feel that it's partly your job as well to get the crowd excited? Do you think that your role helps out with that?
Well, I think really the role of a caller basically should be to keep the crowd, keep them down. What's been happening in a lot of tournaments lately, the crowd they're going berserk, and the callers are not doing nothing about it, which I personally think goes against the spirit of the game. It's all right, it brings money in. You see a lot of these PDC tournaments, 10,000 people, yeah, that translates to big bucks, but it doesn't actually what I call the spirit of the game.
So you think it needs to have a bit more composure?
It needs a bit of control, I think, basically. Like, it's because you see a lot of these tournaments and they're not really dart supporters. They just go there, have a good time, get on the booze, and get themselves shown on Sky Sports. That is basically that's my opinion. So, but what it is, it translates to big bucks, and the players are happy with that because they're getting the money now.
Yeah, of course.
So,
when you come to the Classic, obviously you've been here before. What do you think's special about an event like this?
Well, this is where the players they start off. You come down here, like I say, Tony Cox runs it. It's run superbly. You've all got a place to play, whether you're a very good dart player, whether you're mediocre, whether you're a first-time player. Everyone's got a chance here. So I think it's £2,000 to the winner. You could be a pub player, and if you're any good and you're playing well, you can come here and you can have the money. So, and with a lot of tournaments, you can't do that. That's why it's a good tournament.
Thanks for speaking to us here at BRFM.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, cheers. Thank you.